Well, last week we told you about a group called the 3% United Patriots, who recently returned from a trip down to the U.S.-Mexico border, where they volunteered for 10 days patrolling the area looking for illegal drugs and people trying to enter the U.S.
Fox 21's Abby Burke and photojournalist Ray Harless joined them for part of their mission. And Abby joins us now with what the locals think about these visitors. Abby.
Well, Scott and Lauren, the 3% United Patriots organized this operation all on their own. And as far as whether or not they're welcome in the area, well, it all depends on who you ask.
We don't condone anybody supporting or any private organization supporting the Border Patrol or taking border security matters into their own hands.
Border Patrol agent and public information officer Daniel Hernandez says BP is aware of groups like the 3% United Patriots. He says while they're not breaking any rules, their help isn't wanted.
Securing our nation's borders is very dangerous, and interdicting narcotics or deterring or apprehending individuals in the United States requires highly trained law enforcement personnel.
The local sheriff shares a similar sentiment.
While their case may be noble, well-intended, I think they're misguided because you look at Santa Cruz County with 1,000 Border Patrol agents, they're just going to get in the way. It's very dangerous, so we don't particularly care about having them here.
But the 3% United Patriots say that's not what they hear out in the field.
I have not encountered any part of law enforcement that doesn't like us. I'm sure there's some people that have different opinions of us, but I haven't ran into anybody that's straight out said we don't like you and don't want to be here.
In fact, they say the interactions are usually quite the opposite.
Oh, they love us. They're like, thank you for being here. We're glad you're here. You're helping us out. We have a very good rapport with Border Patrol and DHS. We work hand in hand. We got comms with them constantly, and they really, really appreciate us.
Some of the Border Patrol agents I feel like have been scripted on what to tell us as far as activity in the area.
The organization says they're there to show their support for the agents in the field and the people who live in the nearby communities, like these homeowners who live just up the road.
We watched 3 ultralights, 2 o'clock in the morning, fly the edge of the patties till you lost them over in Aquino somewhere, dropped something, flew right back over the patties and right back into Mexico.
The homeowners were very, very happy to have us, said we're welcome up at any time. The reception we get typically from the majority of the people down here is 100% positive. They love us.
But the group's reception in town varies.
In Nogales, we get a lot of finger gestures pointed at us.
I like to interact. We like to try and just let people know we're not the bad guy. I'm here for you. That's why I'm here. So, and we get more negative than we do positive in Nogales, but I always like to try, you know.
Dressed like this and traveling with the security team, the 3% United Patriots say they are prepared for people to notice and stare, even call the police, which happened every time a team went to Walmart.
Hey sir, I'm going to call Nogales PD, let them know we're here on site.
As you can see, we did everything legally. We spoke with the Nogales police down there. They were happy to have us, shook our hands, gave us more contact information, gave us some little ideas of what was going on out in this hill, and went our own way.
Go says while they expect people to be curious, they are always on the lookout for anyone who seems to be a little too interested in what they are doing.
Ghost just called me and said there's 2 individuals watching them in the store. 2 Hispanic male, the one with the black shirt. They said they were jumping from aisle to aisle, watching them, and taking pictures and stuff on the phone. So just be aware.
We went in, I think we made it, 1, 2, about 3 aisles before I noticed a gentleman take extreme interest in us and simply reach into his pocket, pull out his phone while he's watching us, and start texting someone to notify them we are in Walmart.
He says the man was likely a cartel spotter.
Everybody takes pictures. The family or the Mexican people that, you know, are like, oh my God, here's the military or whatever, they'll take pictures, they'll take 1 or 2, and they'll go about their business. But when you have a guy pacing you through the store, taking numerous pictures down numerous aisles, that's not a guy that just is taking a picture for the cool factor. That's a guy who's taking pictures to identify people.
The group keeps a watchful eye on their surroundings as they carry on their business, answering questions as they go.
Thank you. Have a good day, man.
When we went and stopped and filled up propane, the owners of that gas station, what he had told us is that he appreciated folks like us coming down because he thought that we were helping to stop crime in the area. Now, we aren't out there trying to be vigilantes, and as you know, we aren't out in Nogales hunting down criminals and crime. but he saw the correlation between what we were doing.
You want to be a Marine sniper? Yeah. That's a Marine sniper right there.
You are? That's cool.
They take the good with the bad and stay focused on their mission, which they say is doing their part to keep America safe.
We operate within the law. We try to operate, even outside of that, the law portion, we try to operate within the wishes of the local law enforcement community. So we want to come here as good citizens, and we want to leave here as good citizens, and we want to leave here with people respecting what we did down here.
Now, while we were at camp, Border Patrol, U.S. Forest Service, and BLM agents all stopped by. The 3% United Patriots provided them with intel they had gathered, and we witnessed them being thanked and praised for their efforts. So a lot of different opinions on them. They're kind of used to it, but they believe that they're doing a service down there, and as long as they feel that way, they say that they're going to keep going back year after year.
Well, it makes sense, because if police said, yeah, come on down, guys, it could be a liability for them if somebody...
Good point.
And it is dangerous work, and so they are definitely putting themselves out there when they go and do these missions. So definitely something to be careful and think about. And still to come, we have 2 more series. If you missed the first part, you can find it on our website, fox21news.com. But tomorrow we're going to cover how this organization has helped veterans who have PTSD, who are now part of the organization, and as well as the debate over whether or not there should be a wall built.
Fascinating series. I'm looking forward to tomorrow,
Thank you. I'm really excited to continue bringing you these stories.
Thanks, Abby.
Well, still to come tonight at 9, he would